Okay, Charlotte, it's been fun. I see what you've been trying to do. I get it. It's cute, you know? Nice try, but, Kemba Walker isn't gonna be your franchise player. He just isn't. It's been, what, 6 seasons? It's not going to work out. Okay, I don't know why I opened this video talking directly to the Hornets front office. Guess I'm going insane from trying to upload daily. I'm only 3 videos in, thought it would take longer than that. Anyways, back to Kemba Walker and the Hornets. Back in 2011, the Hornets took Kemba Walker with the 9th overall pick in the draft over both Kawhi Leonard and Klay Thompson. Both are better players, but it's not like Kemba is a bad player. The opposite, in fact. He's a star player, and he finally got a well-deserved All-Star appearance this season, as he averaged 23 points and 5.5 assists. But despite his production, the Hornets missed the playoffs. This hasn't been the case every year. They've made the playoffs a few times with him before, but they've never made a deep run. So with Kemba now at the age of 27, with a contract until 2019, he has plenty of value in a trade. Now, the reason Kemba needs to be traded is one, as I said, he hasn't brought the Hornets much success. But he's also not a first option type of player. Kemba is a pure scoring point guard who is better off being a second, probably third option. So who would trade for Kemba? Who has a team for him? Well, potential trade partner number 1, the Dallas Mavericks. Now I know Yogi Ferrell has been a big surprise this season, and maybe he can keep it up, but I think the Mavericks with their current roster are looking for a more certain option, and Kemba would be that. Now, what could the Mavericks offer for him? Maybe something like this year's Mavericks 9th overall pick, and their pick next year, as well as Dwight Powell and Dorian Finney-Smith. 2 young players and 2 picks. One already in the lottery, and one that could be in the lottery depending on how Kemba works out for them. Now for the Mavericks, they get Kemba Walker to pair with Harrison Barnes, who's been awesome for them this season, being a scorer for them, as well as Nerlens Noel, who I think will be a star for them. This would give them a lineup of Kemba Walker, Wesley Matthews, Harrison Barnes, Dirk Nowitzki, and Nerlens Noel. That, with Seth Curry and Yogi Ferrell off of the bench, could be a playoff team. And for the Hornets, they get the 9th pick, which could be Dennis Smith Jr. or Frank Ntilikina. That, along with their 11th pick, which most mock drafts say will be Justin Jackson, who seems like he could be a 20-point scorer in the NBA, is a decent starting point for a rebuild. Also, if I was the Hornets, I'd trade Nick Batum and Marvin Williams for young players and or draft picks. I'd happily take Nick Batum on the Bulls for our 16th pick. Another potential team I see having interest in Walker, the Denver Nuggets. Emmanuel Mudiay has been a bust. I almost made a video about that, but I don't think anyone would watch it. So the Nuggets need a point guard, and with Jokic in Denver, with a lot of veterans, along with Danilo Gallinari most likely leaving in free agency, I'm sure the Nuggets would appreciate the addition of Kemba's offense to pair with Jokic. Now, the Nuggets could offer a package of Gary Harris, Emmanuel Mudiay, and their 13th overall pick for the Nuggets. For the Nuggets, as I mentioned, they get a scorer in Kemba, a shooter and potential scorer at shooting guard with Jamal Murray, Wilson Chandler as a 3-and-D player, either Darrell Arthur or Kenneth Faried as a power forward, and of course Jokic. For the Hornets, they get Gary Harris, who is already a very efficient shooter and a great defender, Emmanuel Mudiay, who I said was probably a bust, but he could still be a solid player, and perhaps in Charlotte his career would turn around. And with the 13th pick, the Hornets could take someone like Donovan Mitchell or TJ Leaf. So the Hornets with either Dorian Finney-Smith, Frank Ntilikina, or Dwight Howell to go with Frank Kaminsky, Justin Jackson, and Cody Zeller, or Gary Harris, Emmanuel Mudiay, and TJ Leaf to go with Frank Kaminsky, Justin Jackson, and Cody Zeller. Both aren't bad. That's not to mention whatever they get in exchange for Nick Batum and Marvin Williams. In conclusion, the Hornets can keep Kemba and continue to suck as a franchise, or they can just trade him and get into a proper rebuild. And with the finals matchup for the next 4 years already basically guaranteed to be Cleveland and Golden State, staying where they're at is just a waste of time. That's the end of this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more NBA content like this, and cue the outro music.
I dare you play your cards, boy, you bet I'm a trendsetter too. Fire when the strong hits you.
That's it, Brian?